Good morning. I'm Incident Meteorologist Kurth, and I'm going to talk a little bit about the weather that we're expecting to see for the coffee pot fire over the next week or so. Now, when this fire began, it was very warm and very dry. That was right after the lightning strike that started it. And this past weekend, we actually got some much cooler weather. We had a cool trough that came in. That's pushed out of the area, and since then, we've been in a warming trend. And as you can see from this graph, and this shows the temperatures from a weather station that's nearby the fire, temperatures are heading up, and they're going to be peaking by later this week, and then we're actually going to see a cool down over the weekend, and then maybe a little bit of a warm up. Not any real big changes, and this is very typical warm August weather, unlike the really cool weather that we had over the weekend, but this is a warm up, but nothing that's really unexpected. In terms of humidity, we've dried up quite a bit. Humidity is fairly low, and then we're going to see that gradually climb up over the weekend. We're not expecting any precipitation right now. It's a relatively quiet pattern. Now, looking at some more details here, we can see sunny weather generally till Friday, maybe some partly cloudy conditions. Temperatures are fairly constant until we get that cool down over the weekend. You can see we don't have any chances of wetting rain. And one thing I really want to point out is wind speed. We're getting these southwest winds gusting up to 8 miles an hour. And that's a very typical wind, what we call a diurnal wind. In the afternoon, it picks up out of the southwest, and we get some of these gusts in that 9 to 8 mile an hour range. So it's not very strong. So what's really dominating right now in terms of wind is the diurnal pattern of getting upslope during the day and downslope at night. And what's good about these winds is they can help firefighters plan like where fire is going to generally trend to go. At night, we get these cool downslopes. The wind is actually descending down canyons and down the slopes. And when they're doing firing operations, that can give them an idea of where that fire is going to go at night. And then during the day, there's that opposite. We start getting the upslope in the morning, and then we get up canyon winds. So just knowing that pattern and that cycle, and not having any really extreme winds or any big changes, cold fronts, or other pattern changes that make it more tricky or bring really strong winds on the fire is very helpful to firefighters. And that's your weather update with Incident Meteorologist Kurth.